This is Debbie from SwankyPartyBox. We're working with a company called Corjl to bring you your digital products really fast. So this is a quick tutorial to guide you through on how to access those digital products and to edit them. So first of all, once you purchased, you're going to receive an email from Corjl. You need to look in your email inbox or spam or junk folder. Find the email, which is going to look a little bit like this. You're going to follow the instructions and click on the link. It's going to ask you to set up an account if you haven't already got one. And then once you've set up an account, it's going to give you access to your digital product. So you'll see a screen with your product on there, and you'll also see some instructions. We've given very detailed instructions. You can download them and print or just view them on the screen. It's quite long, about 12 pages or more, with images that really give you a step-by-step guide on how to edit. So the next thing you're going to do is come over to your layers and click on that little arrow to your right. And this is going to give you access to all the elements that are in your product. You'll be able to access the different text elements, which will have an A beside it. And let's go ahead and click on one of them. Let's click on the name, and you'll see it gives you access to the text box. You can highlight and then just type over and put in a name. You can also make changes using the control panel. You can change the color. Let's try a couple of different colors here. And now if you make a mistake, you can always use the undo button and keep pressing that until you get back to what you want or the original file. Okay, let's continue making some changes. You can also make the font bold. You can make it italics. You can undo it. And you should just play around with the different features here and see what you can come up with. So I'm also going to make changes. Let's make changes to the address. And just highlight and put in my address. Put in my city, and let's change the zip code. So you can continue making changes to the text items. I want to show you something here, something really cool. If you want to add an extra line, you just pressed your return key and type in, let's say we want people to bring their fishing rods. Oops, you can just type that in. And now you have an extra line to add something. Also, I'd love to show you the images. We've given you access to several of the important images. The images are the ones with a square with something that looks like a hill or mountain in there. So you just need to click on the image you want. So let's click on the fish. And that little gray circle, if you click on it and drag it, you can make it smaller, or you can make it larger by dragging it up or down. And then if you just click on it, you can drag it and drop it to where you want it to be. Make it bigger, smaller, and move it around, which is pretty cool. And let's try this seaweed. And we're gonna, let's say it's a little bit too large and it's getting in the way. We can make it a little bit narrower and position it. Let's put our fish back. So you can really customize your digital product the way you want. So I'd like to show you one last really great editing feature before we print and download, or download and print. So this little eye here allows you to switch on and off text or images. So if you click on it, it removes the image. Click it back on, it comes back on. So we have included in some of our digital products the ability to toggle on and off different images. So take this one, for example. You can switch it off by clicking the eye. And then we can switch on a different image. So if your child is, say, 2, you can use the 2. We can switch it off and we can switch on the 4 and can switch that off. And let's switch the 1 back on. So that's a pretty cool feature that some of our products will have the ability to toggle on and off. So once you've finished all your editing and making all your necessary changes, it's time to save your final product. So if you see this asterisk, it means you have unsaved work, which is really important. You don't want to download without saving. So click on the saved button to save your work. And then once it's saved, the asterisk will disappear. You can go ahead and click download. And you'll have different options that you can save your download, the formats you can save them as. You'll have PDF. You want to use PDF if you're printing from home. Or sometimes some companies will require it, but you should check. But we'll be using PDF. You'll also have the option of using JPG. And you can use that for companies and labs. And then there's also, on the rare occasion, you might need to use PNG. But we'll be using PDF since we'll be printing here at the office. So let's go ahead and click next. It's going to come up with your paper size. It's wise to choose 8.5 by 11. It gives you the option of having 2. You can select multiple. You can remove it so that it just prints 1 on the page. And you can also remove the trim marks. We're going to put 2 on the page, have multiple on the page. So we'll keep that checked. If your product has numerous pages, you can select whether you want to print the first page, second page, by clicking the number of pages, the page number rather. You can download at this point if you want to, but we want the trim marks on there. That's great to have. It helps in cutting. And now we're going to click download. And that's going to download and put that in our download folder. Some computers will, on my Mac, it automatically opens it in preview. If it doesn't open for you, you need to look for it in your download folder. There's the trim marks, great for helping you to cut when you're trimming up your invites. And now we're going to go ahead and print. So we're going to go ahead and print this, select the correct printer, and then you want to select, make any necessary changes that you need there, and you want to select the quantity, how many you want to print. We're going to print 100, and then you go ahead and print. So if you have any problems accessing, editing, downloading or printing any of your SwankyPartyBox digital products, we want to hear about it. Please reach out to us by email and we'll get back to you and solve whatever problems you have. We really hope you have a smashing party, and thanks for making it a swanky party.